Hey there, Leo. I hope you guys are doing really well. I want to go ahead and get into an oracle and tarot reading for you. I've got cat hair on my face, of course, and probably in my mouth. Oh my god. Okay. Ugh. Anyways, yeah, feel free to like, share, subscribe, comment if you wish, and if you're seeking a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. So, Leo, to start your week off here, your oracle energy is the Thinker. This is a card that indicates a need for strategy, a need for figuring things out, taking your time in the process to get things aligned correctly so that you can move forward in a better and more balanced way. It's to be effective in the long term. For your family and community energies here, Leo, you have the High Priestess. Now, when it comes to family and community, this may be receiving some sort of information from somebody that can help you along the way, but the information is kind of like, shh, quiet. It's kind of secretive energy. Sometimes this can also, if this is your energy, this can indicate where you are kind of observing situations for what they are, looking at them for, the deeper meanings within them. Generally, this is an energy that requires patience in the process, kind of like reading through the fine print of what people are not saying. It's that kind of energy as well. Not making any bold moves until you have enough information. It's kind of like being a stealth person. And this is also, it's usually more spiritually inclined, but it can also mean taking a pause or becoming more of pulling your energy back so that you can observe to strategize here. Okay. May also be a spiritual connection through somebody within your community. For your health energy here, Leo, you have the moon. So the moon is interesting just because it can talk about emotional confusion. This can also have indications of addiction or where we are taking out our emotional frustrations out on our physical body. There may be drinking, overeating, self-soothing behaviors, but they're also self-sabotatory. Here, with the moon, it's asking for us to become more in balance with what we need. Don't lie to yourself about what your physical body needs. This is being very disconnected from our physical form. It's kind of almost the energy that I'm getting from this is like almost like being on another planet, observing this physical form. We want to be in the body. We want to be in the experience. So how can you better connect with yourself to know what your physical body needs, right? Do what you can to find balance within your life, within your inner temple of your human form. And, this can also talk about emotional imbalance. It can talk about hormonal imbalance. Also how we are affected by the moon. That can also be playing out here as well. So however it is that you are experiencing that can, take a direct effect in your life here with this moon energy. So just find some balance if you can and do what you need to not lie to yourself about what you need, okay? For your finances and career, you have two cards that came out together. It is the Seven of Cups and the King of Cups. This energy indicates opportunities and decisions here. So with the Seven of Cups, there's opportunities, there's choice, all right? But there's also confusion about choice. What will make me feel good? What will make me feel fulfilled? What will be effective in my life? What will make me money, but I'm not selling my soul? All of these things. And with the King of Cups being present here as well, the King of Cups, as far as like finances and career, this can show up as an advisor, as somebody who can help you strategize. The King of Cups in this type of position would be a very professional type person, somebody who knows their business, they know their game, they know what they're about, and they know the information that they can give you is going to be beneficial. This is a very select information type of person. Very, very important for you if you need to have help making a decision. This could be somebody in HR. This could also be a financial advisor. This could be a very, very specific niche professional that you seek out their assistance from. so that you can have a difference in perspective, or you can have a better understanding of what you may be involving yourself in with the prospect of something new coming into your life. Either way, it could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio person. It doesn't have to be. It could just be a professional that's here to help you with information to get you on the path, to help you strategize. So with your relationship energies, singles, couples, you have the Eight of Swords in reverse. This Eight of Swords in reverse is generally... Eight of Swords in reverse talks about looking at things with clarity, no longer being subject to misinformation, worry, anxiety. It's saying, look at things for what they are, take them at face value, and make better decisions based upon that, rather than making a mountain into a molehill and worrying about things. I'm getting a really big ringing in my left ear right now. So for couples, if this is what's going on, maybe we need to come together to have some communication about, if we're trying to be effective in moving something forward, or if we've had an obstacle in our lives together that has just been kind of daunting and difficult for us to kind of get past, but we know we need to. Here is saying, let's not freak out about all of the what ifs about the situation. Let's look at the situation at hand for what it actually is. Let's maybe gather some external information that can help us make better decisions and choices moving forward here, and apply them. This is about getting out of our heads and getting into reality, looking at situations for what they truly are, demystifying the fear around something, and just going after it, okay? For those of you who are single, this can also be that energy, but just applied in a way where we overthink about things, where we overthink about who would love me, who could like me, why would they like me? Maybe I feel like this person is too good for me. Maybe I feel I'm not good enough for anybody. Whatever it is, we need to find some peace within how we address that, how we are overworking our mind, and how we're applying too much emphasis on things that we really don't have any concrete information on other than fear-based input from ourselves. Here it's saying, get real about it, look at the situation for what it is. Why are you feeling at a deficit with it? Why are you feeling like you're not worthy for it? Why are you feeling like it's such a challenge? Are you the challenge in your own way? Look at it. Just because usually when we get a very clear view here with the Eight of Swords in reverse, it's saying, oh, I really worked that up, didn't I? Let me just actually go for it and see how I can be effective here. Just because it wants you to have what you want. It wants you to have new beginnings. It wants you to have a certain sense of freedom and awareness in where you're going with this, but don't get bogged down by the what ifs or how coulds or am I worthies, just move forward. Don't get mystified or hung up on things, okay? For what you don't see coming here, you have the Seeker. This is the Seeker of Orbs. This is a Page of Swords. Generally, this is going to indicate communication coming in towards you. This also can talk about news that you've been waiting to hear about. Oftentimes with the Page of Swords, though, too, they can come with news, but it's their version of something, or they may see something as one way, but it still needs to be, it still could be learned upon, or there's still more input that's not just the way that they're presenting it. So take it with a grain of salt, but the information is for you. Generally, it can indicate where things are moving in new directions, communications coming for you, be open to them, emails, phone calls, whatever it is. I would say expect something which you don't see coming, expect a call, expect some sort of information from somebody, perhaps somebody that has been deep in thought, or maybe somebody who has been kind of removed from situations, perhaps because of their emotions, perhaps whatever it is, but maybe they're coming forward because they have clarity in how they approach things now. Maybe the clarity is coming through them no longer freaking out about how this information might be received. It's just, okay, let me give you my version of it. Here you go. Make your assessment from there. You're going to be hearing somebody's version of something. So make your assessment from there, okay? So that is what I have for you, Leo. I hope that this reading is helpful. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, comment if you wish. And if you're seeking a personal reading, my info is in the description box below. Take care, guys. Bye.